Migration has been one of the most profound forces shaping human history. Throughout time, people have moved for various reasons, and this movement has not only redrawn borders, but also reshaped societies, cultures, languages, and even the states themselves. Have you ever wondered how migrations have influenced the formation of nations and empires? And more importantly, could today's migrations reshape the world maps and governance systems in the future? Let's dive into these questions and explore the powerful impact of migrations, both in the past and the future. In the 4th and 5th centuries AD, the Great Migration of Tribes swept across Europe, marking one of the most significant turning points in history. As the Huns and various Germanic tribes moved westward, the Western Roman Empire weakened, and Europe's political landscape was dramatically altered. This wave of migration not only hastened the fall of Rome, but also laid the foundation for modern Europe. The Visigoths settled in Spain, the Ostrogoths in Italy, and new kingdoms emerged from this massive displacement, creating a multicultural and multi-ethnic Europe. These migrations didn't just redraw borders, they reshaped cultural identities. Christianity spread rapidly, and the fusion of Roman law with the cultures of these migrating barbarian tribes laid the groundwork for the Middle Ages. Migration, in this case, wasn't just the movement of people, it was the rebirth of civilizations. In 1492, Christopher Columbus's discovery of America triggered one of the largest migration movements in history. Europeans flocked to the new continent, seeking opportunities and wealth. This migration wave had devastating effects on the indigenous populations, but also led to the formation of entirely new nations. Spanish, Portuguese, English, and other European settlers colonized vast lands, leading to the foundation of modern states across the Americas. The British settlers, for instance, laid the groundwork for what would become the United States. In 1620, the Pilgrims, escaping religious persecution in Europe, founded Plymouth Colony. These early migrants played a crucial role in the American Revolutionary War and eventually the birth of the United States as an independent nation. Migration was not just about land, it was about shaping the destiny of nations. Migration also played a key role in the rise of the Ottoman Empire. Oghuz Turks migrated from Central Asia to Anatolia, laying the foundation of the empire. These migration waves helped Turkify and Islamize Anatolia. As the Ottoman Empire expanded, migration became a tool of power. The empire settled Muslim populations in newly conquered Balkan territories, changing the region's demographic structure. During the empire's decline, reverse migration occurred. After the Balkan Wars, millions of Muslims were forced to flee to Anatolia, reshaping the ethnic composition of the region. Migration was not only a force for building empires, but also for transforming them as they crumbled. One of the most striking examples of a state formed through migration is Israel. In the late 19th century, the Zionist movement encouraged Jewish migration to Palestine. However, it was the aftermath of World War II and the Holocaust that brought a massive wave of Jewish migration to the region. In 1948, the State of Israel was founded, fundamentally altering the region's demographics. This migration reshaped Israel's population, but also triggered a mass displacement of Palestinians, leading to one of the most enduring migration crises in modern history. The establishment of Israel through migration didn't just create a new state, it sparked decades of conflict and tension that persist to this day. Today, migration continues to shape the destiny of nations. The Syrian civil war has displaced millions, creating one of the largest refugee crises of the 21st century. Neighboring countries like Turkey, Lebanon, and Jordan have borne the brunt of this influx, while Europe has also faced waves of Syrian refugees. Turkey, hosting more than 4 million refugees, has seen its social fabric change, while in Europe, anti-immigration sentiments have surged, influencing politics and policy across the continent. These mass migrations are rapidly changing the demographic makeup of countries. Refugees are not only changing the social and economic structures of their host nations, but also reshaping the political landscape. If these migration waves continue, Europe and the Middle East may experience profound transformations in their borders and internal governance. Looking to the future, climate change is likely to be one of the biggest drivers of migration. By 2050, it's estimated that 200 million people could be displaced by rising sea levels, droughts, and the loss of arable land. These environmental changes will force massive migration from Africa, Asia, and other vulnerable regions, fundamentally altering global population distribution and reshaping world maps. These migrations will not only affect geographical borders, but also force governments to rethink their governance models, societal structures, and cultural dynamics. Multicultural hybrid societies could become the norm, but large-scale migration may also trigger social tensions and conflicts over resources. Throughout history, migration has been one of the most powerful transformative forces. It has built nations, toppled empires, and reshaped societies and cultures. Today and in the future, migration will continue to influence the world, potentially leading to the rise of new states, the collapse of existing ones, and the redrawing of borders. Migration is not just about movement, it is one of humanity's greatest engines of transformation. As we reflect on the great migrations of the past, we must also consider the future. For migration is not only a story of the past, it is the harbinger of a new world.